Hey sweet friends, welcome back to the Lucy Chronicles. If you're new here, hello, my name is Lucy and today I am super excited to finally be doing the BookTube Newbie Tag. So before we get into this tag, I just wanted to throw out a couple of disclaimers. The first disclaimer is that this is not my original idea. I'm not trying to steal anyone's idea. I don't know off the top of my head who the original creator of this tag is. I will try to do a little bit of research and tag them down below or link them down below. This tag's been done over and over and over and over again, so just know I'm not trying to steal anyone's idea. Second disclaimer is that I am not technically a BookTube newbie. I have been off and on with BookTube for about 6 years. I've been actually with YouTube on and off for about a decade. And so I wasn't originally going to even do this tag because I just didn't know if it was relevant. My husband actually made a very good point that I am technically a newbie in the Christian BookTube community. I'm very, very new in the Christian BookTube community. So let's just get into these questions, okay? I'm really excited. Question number 1, why did you start this channel? Initially, my reason for joining Christian BookTube was to connect with other believers who love to read and just share my love for Jesus, share my love for books, and talk about my family, talk about my life. Just kind of like supposed to be an outlet. But the Lord just really convicted me that up until recently, my motives for being here have been pretty selfish. What's Lucy gonna get out of this? How is this gonna bless Lucy? Playing the comparison game, throwing a pity party, and just allowing my stinking flesh and the stupid devil to get the better of me. It's not about me. Why am I here as a Christian? To serve the Lord, right? To serve his people and to further his kingdom. And so it's been very strong on my heart that I'm trying to adopt a new mindset that is has a little bit more of an eternal perspective. What am I giving to BookTube? What am I giving to this community? How can I serve the Lord with my channel? And how can I further his kingdom? How can I reach the lost? Because you guys, I feel like we are in such an important position here on YouTube as Christians to share the gospel, to reach the lost. There are some desperate, lonely, sad, lost people on this platform. And there's a lot of evil happening here on YouTube. And we have the opportunity to stand up against that and to speak truth and to speak life and to speak love and to proclaim the name of Jesus. It shouldn't be a numbers game. Yes, I'm probably still gonna get upset if I lose a subscriber. Yes, I'm still gonna probably, have little tantrums when the editing doesn't go my way. But even if it just brings one person to Jesus, it's worth it. So that was a really roundabout way of answering that question. Question number 2, what are some fun and unique things you think you can bring to YouTube? So I really struggled with this question because I feel like it's telling me that I need to reinvent the wheel. And I just can guarantee you that that's not going to happen. My channel, you're going to see the same thing that you see on other BookTubers channels. You're going to see reviews, you're going to see tags, you're going to see TBRs, you're going to see wrap-ups, hauls, vlogs. The thing that's gonna make it unique, and this is gonna sound cheesy as heck, is me. Just me. God created each and every one of us differently and uniquely. There are no two people exactly the same. And that, I think, is what I can bring to YouTube. I think I have a fun personality. I think I'm funny. I think I'm sassy sometimes. I can be kind of sassy. Yeah, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. What are you most excited for about this new channel? And again, it's not technically new, but I'm the most excited about being amongst other believers. I love talking about books. I'm so excited about all of the new releases and be here with you guys and all of that, but I am really excited to see how God uses all of us to further his kingdom, if you will. So exciting. It's so exciting. Okay, question number 4. Why do you love reading? I have 2 main reasons. I think one is probably the cliche answer that literally everyone and their mom provides on this question, and that is the escapism. I love that a book can just take me to different worlds. It can get my mind off of whatever I'm dealing with in life, because life is hard. Let's be real. Life can be really, really hard. And sometimes if you find just the right book, or even the book, y'all, even the book, the escapism, especially with the escapism that the Bible is able to provide, it's so healing, it's so comforting. It's like a warm hug when you just find the perfect book that can just get your mind off of whatever you're dealing with. And so that's the first reason. The second reason is the learning element. I love to learn. I like to absorb information like a sponge, and I think that reading really provides that. Just an element of learning, an element of wonder, an element of discovery that reading provides. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? I would say The Babysitter's Club, 100%. I remember very vividly in 5th grade, we would have like reading hour or reading half hour. I think it was like 30 minutes where we had just free reading time. And I went to the back of the room to the bookshelf and I found The Ghost at Dawn's House, which is Babysitter's Club book number 9. And I was just enthralled. Like, I binged it. And I think I got for Christmas that year, like the first 6 books or the first 5 books for Christmas, and it was the best thing ever. I wanted to be in that club so badly. Like, I coveted those friendships so much. Yeah, so Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I have so many favorite booktubers, you guys. I love this community so much. Some of my favorite booktubers, I have so many. I can't really narrow it down, but like, I would love to know everyone's life verse. Like, that's the thought that came to my mind is, could you please, if you are in Christian BookTube and you have a life verse, please drop it in the comments. I want to know. And if you don't have a life verse, just tell me some of your favorite verses. My life verse is Isaiah 41:13, which is, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" I don't have a significant, like, deep felt meaning why that's my life verse, other than that I've struggled with fear and insecurity and anxiety, depression, all of those things my whole life. And when I was at my lowest, my lowest point, that's the verse the Lord gave me. And it's really been my refuge. Just reminding me that he is always there, that he is always there. And I never have to be afraid. Do I get afraid sometimes? Yes, I do. We had huge thunderstorm, tornado warning situation here in Minnesota yesterday. And my husband was at work and my dogs were so scared. The Huskies, they were just shaking. And so finally I just got up. I was a little scared too. There were some pretty intense like booms, and like it was green outside. Like it was really weird. It was crazy. It was creepy. So I picked myself up and I led the pups into one of our bathrooms, because our basement is not safe. I do not feel safe down in our basement. It's a whole nother story. But went into the bathroom because there's just one small tiny little window. And we just sat in there and laid down, and I did my best to just be like, "You're okay, you're safe, I'm here." It's all right. We're gonna get through this. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. And instantly, I just was like, that is how God takes care of us. Like, even more so. Like, my sincere care for my pups and my sincere love for them. Like, they're my kids. I know I'm probably sounding crazy right now, and that's totally fine. But Maggie, Isabella, and Titus, they are my children. I love them, and I just want to protect them. And it was kind of scary seeing how scared they were. And but that's the way God takes care of us. He says we don't have to be afraid. He's with us. And that's kind of what I was like feeling towards them last night, was like, you don't need to be afraid. It's just thunder. It's just lightning. It's just a storm, but mommy's here. It's all right, you know? And think how many times he's thinking that to us. Like, you don't need to be afraid. I'm right here. I'm going to take care of you. It's going to be all right. And so I know it's kind of a silly anecdote, but I just wanted to share that because, yeah, I think life verses are so fascinating. And I would just love to hear all of your life verses. I do have an editing question. And that is for anyone who exclusively uses their phone, like for those of you who don't have a fancy camera, because I know that there are a few of you who have mentioned that you exclusively use your phone. What do you do with all of your raw footage after you've uploaded it to YouTube? Like after you've edited it and uploaded it to YouTube, do you delete it? Or do you move it to like an external hard drive? Like how do you maintain the storage on your phone? Like, because if you keep all of your raw footage, obviously it's going to take up a ton of storage. And what editing software do you use? I would love to know that. So those are my questions. They're really random, but there you go. And then what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Not getting caught up in the comparison game, not getting caught up in the numbers game, not getting frustrated every time I lose a subscriber, and just appreciating the ones that I have. Right, when did you start reading? I think I kind of already answered this. 5th grade, Mrs. Smith, The Ghost of Dawn's House, Babysitter's Club. 5th grade. Number 9, where do you read? So I read on the couch a lot downstairs. It's just the most comfortable and it has really good lighting. I sometimes will sit here in this chair in my little reading nook and read. I read in bed a lot. Almost every night I'll read a couple chapters in bed before I go to sleep. I do not read well in public. Like, I don't have a good attention span a lot of the time. Like, I have ADHD. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I have to be in a quiet, kind of isolated setting to fully be able to absorb what the book is trying to tell me. And so my husband and I will go to, like you saw in my vlog, we'll go to Barnes & Noble and I'll sit and I'll drink coffee and I'll read, and that's fine because it's usually pretty quiet. I can read in the library usually, but like otherwise, sitting outside from my house and reading, I am a squirrel. I'm like a squirrel. I cannot read in the car because I get car sick really, really bad. I actually covet that ability. I wish I could read in the car. I would get so much more read. Yeah, so that's where. What kind of books do you like to read? I always tell people I read everything from Jane Austen to Stephen King, but like I feel like that's kind of not 100% true because Stephen King scares me. I have one Stephen King book on my shelf, and my bestie, Leah, she borrowed this to me forever ago. I got 2 chapters in and I was so scared. I couldn't sleep with the lights off that night, and I have not picked it up since. And I'm not a horror girly, you guys. I am not a horror girly. I would say the only genres that I really kind of avoid like the plague are horror and fantasy. Not a fantasy girly. Just not open to a lot. I really love romance. That is my comfort genre, is contemporary romance. I'm gonna sign off for now, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me in this video. It's a bit of a crazy train. I've got the Unpopular Opinions book tag coming. I also do have a haul coming for you guys. It's a pretty big haul, like a cumulative book haul. Also, I have an unhaul that I will be doing. I have several books that I want to get off my shelves, and I'm going to be going around to all the free little libraries in my area and filling them up, because I'm a 2 thumbs up supporter of the Little Free Library program. I love that. So yeah, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of those videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and let me know down in the comments what your life verse is. You guys have a very blessed day, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!